4 off the block. I'm Vinny Lips, and we are now joined by Ohio State All-American setter Christy Blough as his team is preparing for the upcoming NCAA tournament. They're going to be the number 1 seed. And Christy, got to ask, what was your team's reaction when you guys saw that you'd be the number 1 overall seed?
We were really excited, but I think we also, at the same time that we were excited, we know that we still have a lot of work to do because number 1 seed doesn't really mean anything for the outcome of the tournament, and we still have a lot to do to reach our goals that we set at the beginning of the season.
Well, and talking about the format of this tournament a little bit interesting, the fact that you have a bye week before you play your semifinals. I want to ask you as a setter, how long does it take for you to kind of get that offense in rhythm coming off of a bye week during that first match that you play?
I don't think it'll take that long. We'll be practicing. We've had a few days off, but everyone will be back in the gym today, and then we'll be practicing straight through when we have our match next Thursday. So I think the coaches will do a good job of getting us reps together in practice. So I don't really expect us to miss a beat in that respect.
This year, offensively, you guys have been one of the top offensive teams. But I want to ask you, because you've been setting this team for many years, who do you feel has been the most improved player who you've been setting to offensively this year?
That's a tough question. I don't think that, there's really one guy that stands out to me more than another one, but I guess a pleasant surprise we have had is that coming into the year, we lost kind of all our outside hitters other than Nick Zerzan, and then, we had some new guys coming in, and Max and Reese, so I guess just seeing how they've improved from when they first got here in August or whatever until the point they're at right now, I'd say that's probably the biggest surprise in a good way that I've seen this year.
Well, now, in addition to being the number 1 seed, you guys are hosting the NCAA tournament. I know the event hasn't happened yet. We're still about a week away from you playing your first match, but even with that being said, does it already feel a little different hosting the NCAA tournament as opposed to traveling somewhere for it?
Yeah, I think it definitely does. Yesterday they were setting up the gym, the sport court's out. Right now I walked in the gym a little while ago, and they're setting up all the NCAA posters and everything. So it's definitely a little bit of a different environment, and I think that the biggest thing is just that, we're used to everything. We'll be in our own locker room, all those types of things, where it's just an advantage of being on the road, and there's always some more uncertainty when you're on the road, so it'll be nice just getting in a routine that we've been used to for all these years and playing in the same gym we practice in every day.
Yeah. It seems like every arena has its own little quirks and things that the home team can take advantage of or are familiar with. What do you feel is one of those little quirks or home court advantages that St. John's has?
I'm not so sure about that. Yeah. I guess one thing I think that we'll definitely take advantage of is the crowd. I think that we're hoping that we'll have a real good turnout for our games. So I think that that'll probably be the biggest thing. It's just the energy that the crowd will bring to our team.
Yeah, well, and with that being said, it seems like in your 4 years here that there's been more students coming out to the match and everything. I just want to know, what have you guys done to really seem to increase the attendance at your guys' matches?
Yeah, I definitely agree. I don't have any numbers in front of me right now to say anything, but it definitely seems like we've been getting more fans from when I was a freshman to now, and I think that probably just has a lot to do with the success that the team has had the past 2 years. My freshman year we had a losing season, and it wasn't always the prettiest thing to come out and watch, but these last 2 years we've been winning a lot more games, and I think that just generates interest in the community and the students, and that's great to see them come out and support us.
All right, so Christy, I'm going to take you back a little bit to the NCAA or to the conference tournament, and I got to ask because I am a Ball State alum. You guys are down 7-2 against Ball State. Just take me there. How were you guys able to come back? What did you guys do differently that allowed you to win that?
Yeah, that was a pretty scary moment at 7-2. I think that since we've had the same main group of guys these past 2 years, that we've been through a lot, that I don't think that there's ever really a time we panic. So I think that that was probably one of the biggest things, is that we just didn't panic, and we trusted that if we played 1 point at a time, that we could still win the game. And I really think it was just a lot of the people on the team, everyone stepping up, not just the starters, guys coming in to serve, making great serves, defensive plays. I think it was a full team effort where everyone just kind of refused to lose and decided that they were going to leave everything on the court. And yeah, I think that was the reason we walked away with it. And I think that, in a game like that, it really could have gone either way. So we're just fortunate the way it turned out.
Yeah. Just out of curiosity, can you recall a comeback that you've had better or down by more in a fifth game in any time in your volleyball career, whether it be club, high school, or college?
I don't think so, no. I think the other 2 fifth set wins we had this year, we were down, I think we were maybe down 13-11 to Lewis or Grand Canyon. I can't remember which one it was, but I guess that was a little bit scarier just because it was a lot closer to the end of the game, but definitely in terms of sheer difference in score, I think that this is the biggest one I can remember being involved in for sure.
Yeah. All right, and Christy, gotta ask, you look at, we know who you're going to be playing, either Hawaii or Penn State in the semifinals. Do want to ask, you've had an opportunity to see Penn State a little bit earlier this season, haven't seen Hawaii, but what's your thoughts of the 2 teams?
I mean, I think they're both great teams. I think that we're going to prepare well this week in practice, and thinking either team can win, because I think it's definitely a chance we can end up playing either team. And then once Tuesday rolls around and we figure out who we're going to play, we'll definitely be at that game and try to get a better idea of what's going on. But I think both teams are really strong all around, so I think that really it's going to be a team effort from us that is going to be required to win against either of those teams.
And Christy, 2 more questions before we let you go. I do want to ask, because this is your senior season, you've had a great college career, so kind of the broader picture, what has these 4 years meant for you and just being a Buckeye?
It's meant the world to me, really. It's kind of hard to put into words. I don't think it's really fully set in either. I think it's one of those things that you might not really grasp until it's gone, unfortunately. But just the friendships I've made, the opportunities I've had over these past 4 years, I think are, the friendships will last a lifetime, and I think the memories will too. So all in all, I think it'll definitely be one of the high points of my life. I just couldn't be happier with the decision I made 4 years ago or 5 years ago to come here. I don't think there's a better place, really.
All right, and Christy, one final question. We'll let you go on this, a little bit more of a lighter question, because I know people have asked me, it seems like you're one of the few people in college men's volleyball who wears a mouth guard. When did you start wearing the mouth guard?
So that was at the beginning of last season. I think it was right in the preseason. It might have been New Year's Eve or the day before New Year's Eve of our past season. And I went to dive for the ball, and it had been really cold in the gym, so I was actually wearing a long sleeve shirt that had a big Ohio State logo on it. And I was a little bit sweaty, I think, even though it was cold in the gym, and it just stuck on the floor when I went to pancake a ball and kind of whiplash my face into the ground, and I broke my teeth off and had a whole bunch of dental issues and everything since then. And the dentist that kind of put my teeth back together and everything said that I was going to have to wear a mouth guard, and I really didn't want to wear a mouth guard, so I said, what are the chances that my teeth are going to break again? And she was under the impression that if I got hit in the face with a ball, that my teeth would probably break again. And she also said that, if you're not wearing the mouth guard, then Ohio State might not cover it the next time. And I think most people know some dental things can be pretty expensive, so I guess I just choose to wear the mouth guard